Health experts in India are warning that Delhi's half marathon this weekend poses a major health risk. They say participants face the twin threats of hazardous levels of air pollution and coronavirus concerns. Even though thousands of runners have been told to take part virtually, 49 elite athletes will still be running the 21-kilometre course through the city. Organisers insist the highest level of safety will be in place. Nia Punya is joining us from New Delhi. And Nia, I realise that this takes place every year amidst the pollution, but we've got COVID as well to deal with this year. Why do the organisers feel so confident that this race could still go ahead?
You're right, it's the same story every year because as November sets in, we see smog season roll in as well, with the temperature falling, crop burning happening in neighbouring areas and vehicular emissions. There's usually a thick blanket of smog that envelops the national capital. We're seeing that this time around as well. The pollution levels are marginally better, but you're right, there is the added threat of coronavirus. But organisers believe they're doing everything they can to ensure that this event is safe. They say that, for example, amateur runners have been banned. Only elite runners can participate in this event. They are currently staying in biosecure environments, not interacting with any outsiders. They're being tested daily. And the organizers say that along the course route as well, there will be 60 healthcare workers on standby to deal with any kind of health emergency. But even as you can sanitize the environment that the runners are currently being exposed to, you cannot sanitize Delhi's air overnight, which is why the bigger concern is the air pollution. But organizers say they're going to have anti-smog machines that will be placed all along the course. But the efficacy of these machines have been questioned in the past. They're talking about sprinkling the course with treated water as well, saying that that will to some extent reduce the toxicity in the air. But doctors are not convinced. They say it's absolutely dangerous to run in this event, and in an ideal world this event would be called off entirely, but that's not happening.
And still the coronavirus rumbles on. Neha, the situation worsening in Delhi. Reports say a curfew could be imminent.
That's right, Steve. The government is now talking about a curfew. They say they haven't yet decided whether it's going to be a night curfew or a curfew on weekends, but they're certainly planning something, and details to that effect could be available in the public domain by next week. This is happening after the Delhi High Court criticized the government for failing to do enough to bring numbers under control. The Delhi government continues to maintain that the peak in Delhi is past, that the third wave was brutal, but numbers are on the decline. But that's not really the case. We still saw about 5,000 cases in the last 24 hours and 90 deaths in the national capital. So there is a big concern that this pandemic is nowhere near under control. And the government says it has taken some measures. For example, it's capped the number of guests who can attend weddings to 50 from 200. Wedding season in North India is starting now, so that is a concern as well. We're still seeing a lot of mobility, not enough compliance with masks and social distancing norms. So clearly the government now thinking that some sort of extreme measures required to bring this outbreak under control.